So Unknown 9 has come out and is completely floundering. This is the latest in many Sweet Baby Inc. flops. We're going to look at this article from Smash JT's website, smashjt.com. Shout out to them. And this is revealing information about their launch numbers. According to a GameStop insider, let's take all this with a grain of salt, but a GameStop insider says that basically there's been like zero pre-orders or zero fucking copies sold. Like, this thing is dead on arrival. It even says right here, this game is beyond dead, but somehow worse than you could have imagined. Well, this day and age, if Sweet Baby Inc. or any kind of consulting firm is attached to your video game, you might as well just burn your money on fire because it's worthless at this point. You name it. Any game that's woke, Concord, Dustborn, it's in trouble. It's in trouble. And this Unknown 9, we made a video about it quite a while ago saying this would be the next big flop. Looks like we were right. So, according to this article, Smash says he received an email from an anonymous source claiming to work at the corporate level for GameStop and that they haven't been personally able to verify this info, but they wanted to share it because it's pretty eye-opening if it's true. So, again, take it with a grain of salt. There's no confirmation. This is all speculation. Nobody's saying this is 100% fact, but if this is true, this is pretty bad. In fact, Smash says it's nothing short of catastrophic. So here's the email. In the email, the screenshots on the article as well says, I work for GameStop at the corporate level. I have data on 2,900 stores. Your video inspired me to check Unknown 9 sales. While there was movement for 2K initial copies, which were stored distributions, I saw maybe 50 other copies with movement, which were pre-orders, but nothing else. We had around 350 copies of Unknown 9 for PS5 available for shipping, but the demand was zero, meaning none sold. On Xbox, we had about 150 copies and zero demand. So between both platforms at the time of my first email, we sold zero copies. Yikes. Yikes. Zero interest. I mean, at this point, I think we could literally make a game on RPG Maker, toss that son of a bitch on Steam, sell it for 99 cents, and we would make more copies sold than Unknown 9, than Concord, than Dustborn, you name it. Again, it's a stigma if you have any kind of consulting company, especially Sweet Baby Inc. attached. I don't care how they try to twist it, that's a harassment campaign. The people are speaking with their wallets. They don't want any of this woke nonsense. They try to say that we're the vocal minority. We're not. We're the actual majority. And there's no modern audience that you guys are catering to that comes out and support. The proof is in the pudding here. Now, he goes on to say, let me break this down because holy crap, according to the source that requested to remain anonymous, GameStop distributed 2,000 copies of Unknown 9 Awakening to their stores as part of their standard procedure for any game at launch. But outside of around 50 pre-orders, no additional copies were sold. Zero. This means that despite being available in 2,900 stores, the game didn't move off shelves at all, like ever. The sheer scale of this failure is beyond massive when you consider how rare it is for a game to generate almost zero post-launch sales at retail. And I'm over here fathoming that. Like, how is that possible? In any form or fashion, how is that absolutely possible? Now, I know there's a few people out there that have been playing this game on stream, whether they downloaded it digital or another. We're talking about the physical numbers here that are at GameStop, according to this insider. So he goes on to reveal something else interesting right here. He says, even worse, for online orders, GameStop had roughly 500 units across both platforms available for shipping with absolutely no demand. That's right, zero copies sold online as well. So he has a screenshot from their website showing, I guess, the total that's available. Wow. Wow. Studios like this, if you're not moving copies, you're going to go out of business. And it seems like all these companies are learning quick. I mean, we just had that Tales of Zao situation happening between all the guys and the fucking CEO of that development studio as well, which we're going to talk about that eventually. But all these companies are literally wasting money, wasting time and effort because they're not focused on making games that people want. They're focused on checking off DEI boxes off their checklist. It's retarded. Going on, it says retail stores serve as one of the most important early indicators of a game's potential success. A game that fails to perform at GameStop, a chain that literally caters directly to gamers who are still looking to buy physical copies, is already in trouble. Typically, the majority of a game's sales occur during the launch window, with pre-orders making up a significant portion of those sales. Once a game is out, the momentum from in-store displays, customer reviews, and word of mouth should help drive additional sales. But for Unknown 9, those initial pre-orders, the interest dried up completely. So there was none. And I don't remember seeing any marketing for this. I haven't seen any advertisements. Hell, I haven't even seen anything on any websites about this outside of me talking about it and Park Place and a couple other avenues talking about it. I've heard next to nothing about Unknown 9. It's almost like they went in knowing that it was going to fail. Do they make money writing these off as failures? Going on, it says, selling 0 copies is unheard of this day and age in today's digital-heavy marketplace. Most games see strong sales through e-commerce platforms like GameStop's online store, especially for next gen. For there to be no demand whatsoever tells me that Unknown 9 has either failed to connect with its target modern audience, or more likely, based on the comments on my videos I've been seeing, they never even heard of this game existing in the first place. Which, again, like I said, I have not heard of any marketing for it at all up until this point. And on top of that, what I've seen from it, it didn't look interesting at all. Like, wow me. Give me some good gameplay here, right? And this modern audience, again, that they're catering to doesn't exist. That's why everything, Suicide Squad failed. Everything you think about, whether it's movies, TV, video games, there's no modern audience that exists, guys. It's crap. It's stuff that they want to fucking force feed you into thinking. It's a way of coding, like code word, oh, we're going to make something woke. It's fact. This is not bullshit grifts anymore, guys. Continuing on, going on, it says, if physical and online sales numbers weren't bad enough, the situation on Steam looks equally dire. 4 days after launch, there's only 121 active players. Its 24-hour peak hit a meager 147, and its all-time peak just reached 285 players 4 days ago. For context, most successful games see players peaks in the thousands, if not tens of thousands, especially during launch week. So 285 peak, that's trash. That's bad. That's like Dustborn numbers, guys. This is what kills studios. Like, numbers like these will kill a studio. Now, it says this poor Steam performance hints at a much larger problem. There was no buzz around the game. When a game can't maintain a player base during its launch, either the gameplay isn't compelling, the marketing was inadequate, or the game failed to meet the expectations set by its developers and publishers. In this case, it looks like the trifecta, plus Sweet Baby Inc. being involved, which it says a key reason behind the failure of it is with its origins at Sweet Baby Inc. that, it's built a reputation for prioritizing messaging over gameplay. So that should tell you enough. It's a woke company that we've seen ruin and fail other games time and time again. And now, if you go to their website, they're not even advertising what future projects they have, because they know if they, it's almost like the developers know, hey, if we advertise that we have Sweet Baby Inc. involved, we're going to fucking lose money. Like, that's wow. That is terrible right there. And people don't want narratives. People don't want DEI woke narratives and woke ideologies in their games. And they're speaking with their wallets. I mean, can you really tell me if it's any coincidence that every single thing since 2024 started that has a consulting company touching it absolutely bombed? I know somebody was like, oh, well, Spider-Man 2 had Sweet Baby Inc. and it did great. That's Spider-Man. That's going to do good no matter what. And that was last year. That wasn't this year, all right? That was last year, and that was before the outrage happened versus Sweet Baby Inc. So there's a lot of fucking bad things when it comes to keeping Sweet Baby Inc. involved with you. So it says, with zero demand at GameStop and dismal numbers on Steam, the future looks bleak for Unknown 9 Awakening. A game in such a dire state so early or on is almost impossible to salvage. So early on, as I stutter all over myself, let me get a sip of my Chick-fil-A drink. To have a launch this rocky is not a good sign. And we've seen time and time again all these people coming out with games that have rocky launches. When's somebody going to fucking learn? When is somebody going to learn? We'll see what happens when Assassin's Creed Shadows comes out. That was delayed by 3 months, and apparently they're polishing it up and stuff. So, I mean, Smash hits the nail on the head right here. For a new IP, the early days are the most important for building momentum. If no one is buying or playing the game now, it's unlikely they will in the future, especially with the unknown game. You know, you got something like Dragon Age of Veilguard coming out that'll probably at least still move copies because it's a franchise that's been around. Assassin's Creed will definitely move copies because it's a franchise that's been around. But you had Star Wars Outlaws come out, and that struggled to even hit 1 million copies with Star Wars attached to it. The only thing that you have attached to this is Sweet Baby Ink, and it looks like it's eating you up to where you're not making any pre-order sales. So, we'll see what happens, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Subscribe if you're brand new, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you guys for watching. As always, take care.